The next thing to prepare for in your game is who might answer the door. You will generally meet the following categories of people at the door: decision makers in an owned home, non-decision makers in an owned home, and/or renters. You'll need to get good at adjusting your strategy of what to say based on who answers the door. Decision makers and homeowners. Decision makers provide the best chance for eventually gaining a lead. You can steer the conversation by asking questions to learn more about them and whether they would ever contemplate selling their home. You can offer little insights about the community's property values to see if they are interested. If they show interest in listening to you, you can start to share even more market information with them. As a starting point, you can use the script guidelines to help you steer the conversation. You can also base what you say on what material you're leaving. You'll learn those extra scripts later in this module. Just remember to always play the interaction as naturally as possible. You never want to appear stiff or scripted. Non-decision makers. When they answer the door, ask if a decision maker is available. If not, give the material to the person and ask them to let the decision maker know that you pop by with it. If your information is valuable, that person is very likely to do this. Leaving material with a non-decision maker still counts as a touch and primes the decision maker for your return. When a child answers, ask if the parents are home so that you can speak with them directly. If they're not available, simply leave your material and go. Never interact with a child. Renters. Don't assume they always plan on renting just because they're currently renting. Every renter has a different reason and personal circumstances. You can ask renters if they are thinking about buying in the neighborhood in the future. A few other questions you can ask renters are: have they lived in the neighborhood for long? Do you know anyone else interested in selling their home? In a later module, we'll go over various conversation starter questions that apply to almost anyone you meet at the door. Remember, you want to adopt an abundance mindset. With this in mind, remember that there are opportunities behind every conversation. You are farming and door knocking to become more familiar in your community. Every conversation is helping you do that, even when they say no.